The company sent me this food warming mat to try out, and I'm interested in testing it today because I'm making some bread and I want to see if it helps the bread rise faster, because you can do that. And I'm going to get it set up and show you what it looks like. I did want to show you this. I got it out of the little drawstring bag that it came in to store it, which is nice. And you can roll it up and there's a latch here that you can close to keep it contained. So that's good, easy storage. It has feet on the bottom to keep it off of your counter. And obviously the instruction manual and a power cord. So let me get this set up. So this is the size of it when it's rolled out on the counter. Here's my hand. It's taking up a good amount of space, so you can put a lot of stuff on here. To turn this on, you press this button. I was having trouble getting it to work because the button's in there. Okay, if you kind of slide your finger toward this little dash, it will turn on. And it turns on to 212 as a default. I can feel that this is heating up already. So just make sure that if you don't want it to be that hot, you can go to this little thermometer and adjust that. I think it's this little button here is the key. So if you slide your finger toward that little dash, it goes to 140, and then you can do it again if you want it to go up. Oops, I hit it twice. And then the middle temperature is 176. So you might have to mess with this a little bit, but once you find how, just use that dash in the middle as kind of your center when you're turning it on. I want to leave this at 140 because I'm going to put my bread on it, and we'll see if that heats it up or warms it up. I don't want to cook it, but I want to warm it up enough to make it rise a little faster. Okay, it's about 8:15. I'm putting this bread in. I'm just sitting it on top of the mat, and it's at 140 degrees, so that's the coolest, and I'll see if that helps it to rise faster. It usually takes a few hours. All right, so after 1 hour on this mat, this dough has doubled, and it's ready to put in the pans, and that's faster. That's a lot faster than it usually happens because it usually takes a few hours. So I'm very pleased with that. I'm going to start using this to do that, and I'm going to proof the dough on this also to see how fast that works. In the meantime, I put some different plates on here, and this is warm. This is 140. I have it set at the lowest temperature, so it's 140 right now. But I think if I was going to keep plates warm to put food on, or if I had food that I wanted to keep warm, I would turn it up a little higher. I tried it with a ceramic pie dish, and it is keeping this warm. I would turn this up. This is warm-ish, but I think if I had food in this that I wanted to keep warm, I would put it at a higher temperature. I think the lower temperature is good for things like proofing dough, and the higher temperature would be good for keeping food warm. So I'm going to put the bread dough in the baking pans and see how long it takes to proof it, because that usually takes another hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. We'll see. All right, so I baked the bread. I used the warming mat to proof it and to rise it, and it came out just fine. I'm going to eat this with some honey on it. And I'm a big fan of this warming mat because this cut off 2 hours off the whole time that it would normally take me to make the bread.